Hello, strong people. It is week 3, day 4 of Mid-Atlantic, OSG Mid-Atlantic Regional Prep. Sort of. Kind of the big thing today is hit 2 of the online qualifiers. The deadlift and the yoke is my plan. And unfortunately, I'm not going to show that to you guys. Just because, I got to hang on to that until closer to the end of the month. That way no one tries to edge me out. Not that I have a really big following like some other people who may be gunning for it. So it may fly under the radar. But at the same time, I know some of the guys who do follow me, and I know that I'm sure they're going to be gunning for the online qualifier as well. So basically, this is the only time I will probably keep my my lifts hidden. Just because it depends, this is the one thing, if it's for a regular competition, whatever, because they can't control what I do, they can only control what they do. But if someone sees that I pull, 700, and they're like, I can beat that, I'll at least guarantee that I'm ahead of that guy. Then they may go 702, because every pound matters. I don't think that's a super likely scenario, but regardless, I'll rather be safe than sorry for this. So I'm going to hold on to my whatever I hit today on axle, whatever I hit on yoke, and then next week the plan is to do the 2 rep max log clean and press and the sandbag. The sandbag, I'm doing a very similar thing anyway, so that's really not even off program. It's kind of. The log will be off program, but I am doing log, so it's not completely off program. That is the nice thing about doing these online qualifiers, is the show I'm preparing for already has, it has the sandbag steeplechase, which is very similar to what we're doing. It has a log, it has an axle deadlift. So 3 out of the 4 things it already has. Slightly different in terms of, reps or weights or whatever, but that's fine. It's still similar, so it's not too far off. So I'm excited. Carved up as best I could. Struggled to get through my meal this morning, but that's I think that's a good sign usually. If I struggle to get through it, I feel like I ate enough yesterday. And if I don't struggle through it, I sometimes feel like I didn't get enough in the day before. If I wake up and I'm starving, and I feel like I didn't do as good of a job yesterday. And that's just a mental thing. I don't know if there's any truth to that. So I think what's on the actual schedule today is a sandbag toss, probably some squats. And I'm pretty sure there's Husafel. I don't know if I'm supposed to do frame today or what. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to I got to do some of those at least. I can't just skip everything. Because I'm probably going to be a little bit beat up after axle and yoke, but we'll see. It's the yoke is the one that I really think might beat me up. But I could be wrong. It might not. I don't know, but it's kind of weird because I haven't done something like this before where I've, other than actually competing. So, I don't know. I imagine today would be generally harder than an actual competition, just because I'm doing 7 events in one day, feels like. I don't know though. But I got snacks to prepare for that. I have a Gatorade for some quick carbs, although probably not ideal. But I have some gummies too. I need to get some better in-workout snacks. I don't use them during the week. I haven't even really been drinking my Gatorade that I usually do during the week. But on these longer Saturday event sessions, I feel like I need something a lot of the time. And that could be just because I didn't do well eating in the morning or whatever. I feel like there was something else I was going to say too. I don't know. I wanted to apologize for uploading Like I'm late on my upload schedule. Like I had to, honestly, a good reason to, for me to keep uploading like every day or like every training day is, and all the things get backed up to where I need to upload 2 or 3 times in one day. My phone just doesn't have the storage for it. I have so many training videos on here that I try to go through, but I like to save some. And like last night I uploaded 2 videos, and I don't want to do it that way, especially when it's like 11 o'clock at night. I know you guys probably aren't going to see them at 11 o'clock at night, and I don't know. I want to make it more accessible, a little bit more throughout the week. Because I know me, like when I see my favorite content creators, and I'm not saying I'm like a content creator or even anybody's favorite content creator, but I do have, I'm sure some of you guys watch my videos, and I know when I see my favorite creators, it's like I want to see, I don't want 2 or 3 in a day, because a lot of the time I don't have like the time to watch all 3. I want to watch it when it comes out, but I don't always have the time to watch, 3 full-length YouTube videos, especially when I've been doing longer videos, 15, 20, 25 minutes. It's just hard to watch all that in one day. And then I get caught up because there's other videos I want to watch coming in, and then I end up with a watch later list of like 40 videos. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch all of these. I got to get rid of some of them. And then I feel bad because I like supporting my favorite creators by watching their videos, liking whatever. Yeah, I don't even know how I got on that topic, but I need to get better with my upload schedule. I was trying to do, train Monday, upload Tuesday, and so on. Train Wednesday, upload Thursday, just get a day behind. I think that's just the best way. Every now and then I'll get them out the day up, but that has not been happening. And I'd like to get back to doing that. That or the day after, either one. But that's just me. So, I was watching Graham Hicks pull his last big deadlift session. I was watching that this morning to get hyped up. Pulled like 431 kg for 3, 12 weeks out from the deadlift champs. 431 kg is like 950 pounds, I think, right around the dot, I think. And that's insane. For a 3, it's hard to even believe. The overwhelming majority of people would love to do that once. I just blows my mind that he's hitting it for a triple this far out from game day too, which kind of worries me almost. Like, is he peaking too soon? Almost dropped you guys. There's 2 ways to go about that. Like, yes, he's pulling crazy heavy, but if he's not peaked yet and he still has to get there, that's a scary thought, because that means that he's pulling 950 for 3, RP 7-8. That just doesn't even make any sense. In that video, he actually said he feels like he's pretty close to pulling 505 right now. So that almost makes me wonder if he did peak too early, or is peaking too early. But I am by no means a coaching expert. That's why, just because I've wanted to get into coaching, but at the same time, I'm nervous because I would take it extremely serious, which I think you should. But I feel like I'd mess up someone's stuff, and I would blame myself for it, which I don't think is the right idea of a coach. I think, you can write down a program. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is. If the person doesn't follow it, they won't see any progress. But generally, you'd think that after, so many years of having a coach and looking through the programming, you'd have a general idea. And yes, I have a general idea, but, start light, more reps. As you get heavier, less reps. It's pretty much the basis. But then you get like, the car was trying to make a break for it. But then you get the, moving events, or you have 6 events and train 4. Just depends. Because moving events, I feel like I would struggle programming with. Because I think it would depend. It depends on how fast they are at a certain yoke. If it's top of their, if it's a heavy yoke for them, if it's a light yoke for them, and it's a medley, I feel I would overthink everything. This the same way that I would overthink my own programming if I were to do it. And that's why I have. My brain is all over the place this morning, knowing that I'm getting ready to go lift something really heavy. Oh, I think I'm going to call it there and just listen to some music or a YouTube video on the way down here, maybe a podcast. Yeah. So, whenever you see me next, it will be post deadlift, post yoke, and hopefully I'm recording some sort of actual gym lifts. So, we'll see. I'll catch you guys here in a second. Yep. All right, so I originally recorded the outro for Saturday's training session in the car, but my microphone died like halfway through, so I'm re-recording. I didn't get a whole lot done Saturday. That deadlift took hours. It went well. It almost went really well. I'm not going to share anything about it. I'm not going to show the videos or anything until after the qualifiers are over. Just because I don't want, someone to specifically try to one-up me by a pound or, whatever. If I would have hit that top number, I would have been feeling pretty confident. I'm pretty confident in the press and the yoke. Sandbag, maybe, but I think if I would have hit that top deadlift, it would have made up for, lots of points elsewhere. Maybe. I know that there's some just wild people out there that hit stupid numbers, but, yeah, and I'll be honest, I tried my top number twice, and that will haunt me for a long, long time. Yeah, there's just no other way about that. It's just going to bother me really, really bad. Of course, shout out to my two buddies, though. They really helped me, because I did three attempts, four sort of, just to get some points on the board, so to say. So I did one jump, unloaded all the weights, because that's what you got to do. You got to unload them all, or you weigh the whole implement, which I don't know many people that have a scale able to do that. So pull an attempt, show all the weights, strip all the weights, weigh the implement, so weigh the axle, and then reload everything back up, put on the next jump, whatever I wanted, and then repeat that. I did that 3 times. So, well, we only had to do that twice because I failed the third attempt twice. So, either way, big shout out to them because that would have been a nightmare to do on my own. I would have been so gassed. I don't know if there would have been a third attempt in the tank had I been doing that myself. So, I mean, they gave up, a good portion of their training session to help me. And I ended up giving up most of my training session too because I didn't have a whole lot left after the second attempt at the third. Which is kind of stupid, but that was probably a little bit ego driven just because of the number that I was going for. It started at one number and then it went up to, oh, well, this one's just another plate. And then we're like, oh, you're 3 pounds off of this number. And I just kept rolling with it. And I'm not blaming them at all. I was all gung-ho for it. It's my decision anyway. I'm not easily influenced, but whenever you're doing these and you have one shot, it's like, do you want to make that one shot really count, or do you just want to get something on the board? And the smarter decision would have been to just get something better on the board, but of course I didn't do that, so I'm not mad about it by any means. Not at all. I'm actually really happy with that, because what I did for my second attempt was already about what I thought I would absolutely just max out at, like what I thought I would maybe have a shot at. So to even get a chance at what I almost hit blows my mind.
But I didn't get it, so it doesn't really matter. So I don't really have a lot else to say about Saturday. I don't really have many clips. I have like one run in the sandbag, so I'm not going to make this video too long and just make it about me yapping. And next Saturday, I probably won't have a whole lot to videotape record either and show you guys, because now I'm going to try to do 3 events in one day. The log, the yoke, and the sandbag. So we'll see. I don't know. It's just how it is. You don't want to show off these until, you know, end of the qualifier, because then people may try to one-up you specifically. I don't see myself being in the category where someone would be like, oh, I got to beat that guy to get in the top 10. Maybe someday, but that'd be cool. So I'm going to end the video here, and that's really it. Go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.